I speak for Black Americans. We do not care. So please leave us alone.
Black people want to be left alone. They don't want revenge. They don't want to replace us, as some extremist groups have said. They just want to live life in peace, the way they want to live. They want family, they want love, and they want to live in a society where they know they belong here. They want society to also know that they belong here. They want to walk out their door and not worry that they're going to be treated unfairly, or they're going to get that look like they're not welcome, or that someone's going to try to touch their hair like a zoo animal. Yes, they want they want white people to fix white problems of prejudice and ignorance and all the ways that a wrongful sense of superiority is baked into our society. Yes, they want that to change. Yes, they want acknowledgement for harms done. They don't want us to just explain things away or justify or gloss over things without really listening. But more than anything, they want to be themselves, fully express who they are, love who they are, be with their family, and live in peace.
There is absolutely nothing that MAGA folks won't blame on people of color. Not because folks of color are actually to blame for any of those things, but because it's all MAGA knows. If you're out of work, must be because an immigrant of color or a black person took your job. If your taxes are too high, it must be because of welfare payments going to those people. Never mind the contradiction of saying that they take all the jobs, but also take none of the jobs because they're too busy relying on welfare rather than working. It can't be both, guys. You got to pick a lane, right? Kid didn't get into the college you wanted? Well, must be because a person of color got preferential treatment and stole their slot, even though the Supreme Court has essentially ended race-based affirmative action. You can't afford a home? Well, it must be because immigrants are taking all the homes and driving up the cost. Forget for a minute that they're also the ones building most of the homes, thereby driving down the cost, but, whatever. Scared of crime? Well, it must be because black and brown folks and migrants are making the cities unsafe. Forget for a minute that crime has actually dropped, even as immigration has gone up, and immigrants have lower crime rates than American citizens, but, whatever. When the pandemic hit, oh yeah, that was the fault of Asians, people of color, and their open air markets. When a door flew off a plane a couple years ago, Elon blamed it on a DEI program for pilots. And when a barge brought down a bridge in Baltimore, the right blamed it on the DEI mayor, which is just their new word for the N-word. To MAGA, white folks are never to blame for anything. Black and brown folks are to blame for everything. Why? Because MAGA is a racist cult. If your answer for every problem in America is people of color, you're a racist by definition. If your answer is Jews, you're a Nazi. And in either case, you deserve to be crushed utterly and without pity or mercy.
Hello. I've done a commentary earlier that was captioned leave black people alone, and that was the black community calling out to white America and asking to mind their own business. Yeah, that was it. Mind your business. We don't want to get involved in white American business. And this is coming at the face of the fallouts with farmers, with those who were outright MAGA supporters, and people who voted in Donald Trump. And they are saying we got our own business to face. We have a whole lot of things to do. And really, when you look at the black community, they are not power drunk. They are not people who they just need the basic things of life. A good home, good provision, make good money, and that's it. And have a lot of fun. The black community knows how to have a lot of fun, but they also know how to work hard. And they are not interested in the quest for supremacy or who runs or who doesn't rule, and that has not been the interest. But this is not just the black people now coming out to say to the white people that we have had enough and we don't want to get involved in your business. These are woken white men, as I may say, learned professors, educated people, entrepreneurs, who are calling out to their brothers and saying, see, the black people don't give a hoot. They just want to be on their own. After years of segregation, maltreatment, mistreatment, being misunderstood, judged wrongly, no reparation for the evil that was done, no formal apology for all the years of, betrayal. We just want to be left by ourselves. So we have a couple of video to show you, and after that we'll come back to give you our own comprehensive analysis. You are coming across my YouTube channel, you're welcome. This is where we do what we know how to do best. Feel free to hit the notification button, the subscription button, to get all the notifications as we proceed. Credit to the original content creator.
Never forget the day a white buddy of mine said black people don't deserve equality because they could never get enough. And that's true. White people are actually scared of equality. That's just how racist we are as a people. And it's not just that one person. White culture in general. Probably I would say most white people, when they hear the word equality, they fear that white people will be oppressed because brown, black, and indigenous people might actually get what's fair and just. That's just how racist we are. And we're so obsessed with the idea of not having equality in America for black, brown, and indigenous people that we don't have health care, that we don't have economic equality. We don't have reasonable gun laws. Our liberties are being stripped because we have a fascist, racist, white supremacist regime in office because we are so scared of equality. We're so scared that black and brown folks might become the majority one day. That we had a black president, and now we've got to have a white supremacist president. That's how scared we are of equality. That's how racist we are as a people. Go to the fucking root. The root of America's problems. The root of the white man and the white woman, their problems, and America and the world. If you think about it, colonialization, white supremacy, the mentality of white people today, not just yesterday, today, right now, the denial racially, the silence, the apathy, the continuous gaslighting, all that fucking shit, that's ruined us. It's ruined white people, and it's ruining our nation. And whose fault is it? White people's fault. Their inability to fucking fix their goddamn problem. Until we fix white supremacy, everything we try will fail. It's dysfunctional and it's toxic, and Trump and this regime is the perfect proof of all that shit. How we got in this fucking mess? White people's bullshit. White people's racist fucking bullshit.
So we are on day 2 of the madness. And I want to come on here and I want to be very, very clear when I tell you this. Leave us alone. Leave black women alone. Okay? 23% of white women voted for Kamala, which means y'all got on Keith Lee's internet and y'all lied. A big portion of y'all got on here and told a bold-faced lie. But when you got to those polls, you voted something else. Mouths lie, numbers don't. Those numbers don't lie. So we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear how you did your part. We don't want to hear what you can do. We don't want to hear the sorries. We don't want to hear none of that. Go talk to your mothers, your fathers, okay? Your sisters. Uncle, go talk to them. Uncle John, Uncle Jim, go talk to them. Go talk to your neighbors about how they voted and why they voted the way that they voted against themselves. Go talk to them. Go talk to your coworker at work that you know voted for Donald Trump. We have nothing else to say. We have nothing else to offer. We are standing with no one but are in solidarity with ourselves. I went today for the first time in months and I had a venti Starbucks. You know why? Because I am no longer protesting for anybody else. Fight your own battle. Because every time we give y'all the opportunity to show us that you are not how we think you are, you show us just the opposite. So it's cool. It's cool. But just know we are done. So when the shit hits the fan, don't look. Don't look our way. We are going to be minding our business. We are no longer standing in the gap for anybody else besides ourselves. So you are on your own. We don't care to hear sorries. We don't want to be cuddled. We don't want to ask, how you feeling. We don't want none of that. We don't desire, because collectively you may have voted, but collectively white women did not vote for Kamala like they said they would. They told bold-faced lies up until the final day. And again, numbers do not lie. So y'all have fun over there. But leave black women alone. Thank you.
So I just found out as I was scrolling on TikTok that Trump has taken over the National Archives, where our history is. He took over the Kennedy Center and all of that. And you know what? I'm just going to be really honest. And this video could, be taken down or whatever. But at this point, I really don't give a damn. Listen, it just seemed like we are being targeted. This is not, understand, this is not to make America great. Not by fucking with black people. You're intentionally trying to erase our history and just take everything from us to make it hard to get jobs and education. So basically what this man is saying is that he wants us to go back to how it used to be back in the day, when they could just unalive us at will and hang us from trees and, like little decorations and nobody said anything. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. That's what's happening. We have no voice. They don't want to hear our voice. They want us to shut up. I heard that the NFL is regretting Kendrick Lamar's halftime, and they say they should have went with Lil Wayne. But let me tell you something. Had they went with Lil Wayne, see, everybody would. They got a problem with Kendrick, but they really would have had a problem with Lil Wayne, because you can't understand what he's saying. I love Lil Wayne, you understand? But he's not the same. Something is going on, and that brother needs help. But you got to understand, they don't want us to be conscious. They don't want us to be conscious of what's going on. So let me make a big rah, rah, rah about it. Like it was just so bad. How could it be so bad? We weren't out there being explicit. We was not showing our asses. You didn't have to, I mean, there was no twerking. None of that. Do you understand? But they had a hard time, just processing that. It was too much. It was too much knowledge. It was too much of this one black man being conscious. He telling everybody like, hey, they knew what it was. That's why they're pissed, because they didn't want that. They wanted to be entertained. I want you jumping around and flipping and spinning around. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be the clown. Entertain me. That's what they wanted. And Kendrick Lamar gave us the message. And they're pissed about it. But let me just say this. I don't know why white people, because I have to say just white, I don't know why they think trying to exterminate the black community or the black race is going to make things better for them. It's not. Y'all already going through it. This is what I'm saying. Just look at all the companies that have lost money because black people have just stopped supporting. That's it. Target is now saying, hey, we sorry, but it's low. You understand what I'm saying? See, at first it was just out loud and just, in your face. We don't want your business. We don't want y'all working here. We don't want this. We don't want that, and we don't have to. So okay, fine. So we don't shop at Target. Now Target is saying, damn, I think we done looked up. We need y'all. We didn't know what we had did, and we sorry. But the black community is like, we don't want to hear your sorries. We okay. We don't have to shop at Target. We don't have to shop at Walmart. We don't have to shop at none of those outlets, those department stores, anything. We don't have to do that. We can find other places to go. See, it's like they want to make it hard for us. Keep fucking with us. I'm telling you, it's just not going to be good. It's not going to be good. You cannot just do what you want to do to black people. It's not going to happen. And for those that don't like it, so what? You can't. We are human beings. We are human beings. God gave us life, not y'all, God. Like God gave you life. Do you understand? So it's almost like maybe y'all think that if we became conscious enough to understand what's going on and to knowing who we are, we might come together as a collective and overthrow y'all. We don't give a damn about y'all. We're not even paying y'all no attention. That's the whole point. Just stop fucking with us. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. It's like anything that happens, it's a black person. The black person. Y'all keep talking about Obama. That man ain't been in office for a ding, okay? You still talking about Obama. Let it go. Let it go. Black people are smart too. That's all I'm saying. And we're one of the smartest, race of people. That's why I say, like, you can't make us feel bad about who we are. I'm proud to be a black woman. I don't give a damn how nobody feel. You can take the National Archives. You can do whatever the hell you want to do with them. But you will never, ever take away who I am as a black woman. And the fact that you want to do this is crazy to me. At being as old as you are. You understand what I'm saying? This man is knocking on the door. He's 78 years old and still, this is what I'm saying. It don't matter how old or how young. Hate is hate. He don't like us. And there are a lot of people that feel the same way that he feels. So for those out there that don't like black people, we okay with y'all not liking us. We don't give a damn. But don't ask us to do shit. Oh, okay. All right.
When Kamala's Wright contested for the office of the President of the United States, a whole lot of talking went on, and you would feel that the state of people's utterances on the social media space will be reflected in the polling vote, but no, it didn't happen that way. Actually, in paper and on the social media space, it appeared America had a oneness of opinion, a oneness of heart, a oneness of thoughts. But in practicality, people voted along racial lines. And now, this government is taking away those privileges that they usually enjoy, the incentives in the farms, the incentives in terms of palliatives when products and farm produce are made and they're not bought up. The government makes up for the deficits. The incentives in terms of food stamps. This same government that is imperialist in its thinking, that has a white agenda mindset, has taken away from these people that put them in government their basic and fundamental rights, as it were. And you see, there's something about the black people, the black community. They have been able to survive. There's resilience in the black community. They're able to make do with little or nothing. They're able to survive in the midst of difficult times. The black community is not used to, getting stipends and hand downs from the government. Black farmers just have a way of navigating their stuff. And so when all of these basic, stuffs that are on ground, privileges are being taken away and denied by this led administration, the black community is laughing because it doesn't make any difference. And the question is this: the white professionals, the intelligence, the people I call the erudite scholars are coming out to call a spade, and they're telling themselves this: we are the cause of our own problems. We are our own undoing. The fear that if true equality is put in place, the whites will be relegated to the background is what it is. It is said that America is the land of the free and the brave. But in actuality, it's not true. True freedom is an image that it has laundered and has sold to the world, except to his own people. And everyone who is a true American knows this for a fact. If you're coming across my YouTube channel, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, you're welcome. I want to know what your thoughts, your opinions are in the comment section. Let the conversation begin.